What's going on, everybody? Paul, the DJ, back here again with you from Baltimore, Maryland. Getting ready to take a 2-hour and 5-minute drive to King of Prussia, PA, near Philadelphia to do another gig. We're on 95 North right now, an hour into my trip right now. Going to do some AV work. I've been working for these guys for about 4 years now. There's another gig vlog up of a longer seminar that I do of theirs in Chicago you could go check out also. And if you happen to be from Maryland or Pennsylvania and you need someone to do some AV work for you, definitely hit me up. We're coming up on the second toll plaza here, and it's going to be a pretty easy setup today. 2 wireless microphones, a projector, a screen, a small PA system. Coming up on the second toll plaza now. I gotta pull off at the next rest area and rest first of all, and then I gotta buy me some 9-volt batteries for the wireless mics, and I'll get into how I got this gig after I go through this toll right here. Oh, I'm gonna sneak off to the side and go through the secret one. Welcome to Delaware. We're on our way once again. GPS is saying we got 1 hour until we arrive at the Radisson. So the way I got this gig was, as you know from watching my YouTube stuff, I definitely do some DJ lessons. So that's also been going on locally for a long time. I also, for 3 or 4 years, I taught DJ lessons at a boys and girls summer camp for 8 to 16-year-olds. It was around the time that Lincoln Park had a DJ, and there was a bunch of bands popping up with DJs in them, so they added DJ to the curriculum. And since I was the only one that applied for the job, obviously, I got the gig. So this went on for about 3 or 4 years. I also did the DJ battles at Guitar Center for a long time, and I would always take first or second place. It was always between me and another guy, DJ Impulse from Baltimore, who is still a ridiculous DJ. So mad props, DJ Impulse. And whenever I would do the DJ battles, they would always announce me as the guy who was the DJ teacher for your day jams, and I kind of had a little bit of a reputation for giving DJ lessons. So one of the guys that I work for went to Guitar Center because he wanted to learn how to DJ, because they do some crazy stuff at this seminar that they do every year in Las Vegas. Guitar Center put them on to me because I had the reputation of giving DJ lessons. I went to the guy's house, gave him DJ lessons for a while. They then clued me on to that they were going to start doing smaller seminars, and did I want to do the audio video production for it. I said, yes, sir, I would love to. They said, would traveling to LA be a problem for you? And I said, you might have to twist my arm a little bit for that one. And it's now 4 years later, and these guys are really awesome. I've really learned a lot about business from them. And we're gonna go out here and do this little dinner from 6 to 9 o'clock, and then I'm gonna drive back to Baltimore and meet up with my girlfriend and a friend of hers, and we're gonna go watch some break dancers. We got about 50 more minutes, says the GPS, till we are at the Radisson Valley Forge in King of Prussia, PA. For those of you not familiar with this area, King of Prussia is actually where Bam Margera now lives. The GPS says we are about 12 minutes away from the Radisson in Valley Forge. This is also the same Valley Forge, if you know history a little bit, that the first president, George Washington, crossed the Delaware for at the battle at Valley Forge. We're really close to Plymouth Meeting, which is where Plymouth Rock is. And another little history lesson for you, that's where the Pilgrims landed when the first settlers came to this crazy place called America. We're hopping off the exit now. 10 minutes till arrival. We're going to do a little setup, make a little extra money, and and head back to Baltimore. We are actually in Pennsylvania right now, also, folks. I'm inside the event space now. I gotta wait another 45 minutes or so before I can set up. See if I can find my way back here again. It was a maze. We're actually in the convention hall of the Radisson. I think I found it. I was also the first one to arrive for the event. The general manager just called me a minute ago and I beat them here. So I'm gonna go meet up with them in a second. I did end up getting lost again, but for getting lost the first time, I'm not as lost this time. I think we're almost to the lobby now. Strange, I just passed a convention that was a casket company that was here, I guess, telling about their new caskets. I'm not really sure. Kind of scary. Just a little recap of what's going on with this gig today. I just drove from Baltimore, Maryland. It's supposed to take me 2 hours and 5 minutes. Took me an hour and 45 instead. Beat the GPS by 20 minutes. I'm out here doing an AV gig. Drove through Delaware, and now I am in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Been doing this gig for about 4 years now. It's a pretty simple gig. Small PA system, 2 wireless microphones, a projector. I'll be playing some stuff off of Serato in the beginning and at the end, just as intro and outro music for the event. And this one is a dinner from 6 to 9 o'clock. It is for the Madow group. They are a couple of guys that used to be dentists out of Reisterstown, and they now do continuing education credits, and I am exclusively the audio video production guy for all that good stuff. This is one of 3 different seminars that I do for them. We also do a big seminar once a year, and I get to travel out to Vegas for about 4 or 5 days, and let me tell you, last year was craziness. This is probably the easier of the 3 that we do. I'll be here till about 9 o'clock this evening, pack everything up, head back to Baltimore, and I am headed to Joe Squared. It's a pizza shop, and every Tuesday night it is where all the breakdancers in Baltimore meet, and it's all funk music. We got about another half an hour to kill before we can go setting up all this equipment, or lack thereof. So here's a little interesting little factoid about this gig I'm about to do. This gig is the reason why I had to quit my 9-to-5 job. I thank these guys all the time for helping me get out of the rat race a little bit more. What ended up happening was I tried to put my 2 weeks notice in at the job I used to do, and they were like, no, go ahead and stay around for a little while. It's winter time, you know, it's kind of slow. I left, went to Vegas for 5 days, came back, and they said, yeah, we don't really need you anymore. And I said, all right, thanks for doing me a favor. The crazy part was also, though, I had just moved back out of my parents' house back down to Baltimore City. So I got fired from my job and moved out the same week, and I have survived in Baltimore for 4 years just doing AV gigs and DJing. It's a beautiful life. I just walked past and the other event was wrapping up, so it's about that time. This was to be the room. You can see the screen setting up front. This is the setup from the last event that was in here. But it's now got changed because of this huge column in the middle of the room. Very much an eyesore. Here is the setup. It's a Fender Passport PA system. We got wireless mic. This is the direct box from the audio from the laptop, and this is the audio coming off of my laptop for the background music. Wireless microphone, Mac laptop with Serato running, another wireless mic, a Canon projector, and VGA cable running over to the lectern, speakers, giant screen. That's the setup. The room is just about full. We're gonna start here in about 10 minutes or so. Everybody's getting done eating now. That's about it. Done in Philadelphia, headed back to Baltimore to go see some break dances. Another gig vlog done. Peace out. Holla at your boy.